Hey, what is up, Wix Nation? Welcome back to another video here on the Wix Training Academy channel and our WTF What the Funnel series, helping you create a pretty and profitable lead generation website on Wix. I am your hostess, Sarah Michaels, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a sales letter funnel page on Wix and how just kind of show you a couple of design hacks that I have found that work really well when you are looking to build funnel pages. Now, if you have not yet already, please go ahead, click the subscribe button, go ahead and click the bell as well, because you do not want to miss this series or when the next video drops, because by the end of this, if you implement start to finish, you should be having the skills and just a couple of our top tips and tweaks to be able to create or optimize your Wix website to generate more leads and sales. So that being said, in today's class, while I am showing you a couple of funnel hacks, what I want to clarify is I am in no way saying that you can like copy somebody else's, word for word, step by step thing. Like that's not okay. So there is a difference between being like, oh, I'm going to use this as an idea, or I like the color scheme here, to straight up ripping somebody else's thing off, which we are not doing that. Okay. So yes, we're on the same page. Okay. So in the last video, or in this series, we have talked about creating your funnel on your Wix website, right? So on this page, what I want to show you is how to create that sales letter page. So I know that we were showing you the example of Danielle's site here. And when you scroll down her page, she has this section here where it says, register for my free masterclass. So some of you, if you're not giving away more of like an instant freebie, something that doesn't need a lot of it doesn't need a lot of, talking somebody into, for lack of a better word, or maybe you just want to learn how to set up a sales letter page on Wix. What does that look like? How are you going to go about that? There is a very specific flow to it. So for example, here on Natalie's pages, these are just very easy. Like it goes to download your freebie and it goes straight to the email opt-in, and there's no like testimonials or nothing like that. But on Danielle's masterclass here, as you can see, she has testimonials. She's sharing exactly what someone's going to be learning. And and then she's got about her section, and then that's it. So, and then the upgrade, which is, yes, I want to attend. So let's say that you were doing something like hosting a free class, or maybe you were doing more of like a premium training, or you're just here to learn how to generate a sales letter page. Step number one would be to create a new page on your Wix website. So again, you can go into the menus and pages, add a new page. You're probably going to want to tuck this as a sub-menu underneath of your homepage, just so that it's easy to see. And you'll probably rename that, because remember, this is not going to be seen on your Wix menu. So we will rename this as, let's say, Masterclass opt-in, because we want to make it super simple for people to be able to see that. Okay, the next thing that we did, if you did not yet do this on the previous one, we'll make sure that you do this here, is go to these settings. So click on these three dots, click on settings, and then click on the layouts tab, and make sure that you select no header and no footer. We want to take the header and the footer off, because this is its own page. This is a funnel, and we want to remove any and all obstacles from your person not taking that next step with you, right? And so when there's too many buttons and there's too much stuff to do, it can get lost in the shuffle. So the next thing that we did here was we added a strip background, which you can see. So we would add in the strip background. If you have an image of yourself, that's awesome. If you don't yet have that, you can just use one of the professional images or videos from Wix. Make sure that it relates or speaks to your target market and branding. And when we went in here, we also went to the settings, and we're going to go ahead and turn this image down just a little bit so that the background kind of pops out. Okay, the next step would be to add in a container box. So you go into the elements, you click on box, and then you add a box in there, okay? Now, one of the really cool things is, let's say, and you're like, oh gosh, I really love the colors here. I love how that pops. I love how that looks. One of my favorite little tools here that I use, if you have Chrome, it is called the Color Pick Eyedropper. You can go to the Chrome Apps Market and look for this and download it as an extension. So the really neat thing is that when I'm using this and when I select it, it will tell me the exact hex color code or whatever for that specific thing. So if I'm like, oh gosh, I really love her colors, I can go in there and grab that color, and then I can add that color to my site. So now if I want to add a button in, so if I wanted to call this my 10 steps to, I don't know, let's see here, Healthier You Masterclass. Remember, I'm pretending to be a fitness coach. So that's what we're going to call that. And here's the Healthier You Masterclass. Okay, great. So what you can see is a free course from scratch masterclass. Now, if I want to grab this yellow color here, I can go in and grab that yellow. And then I could go in here and click on design. And I can customize the design. And for fill color, I can add that in there. Okay, so I can click on add a new color, and then I can go ahead and paste that color that I just grabbed from the Color Pick Eyedropper. Okay, so that is an option. So now it says Healthier You Masterclass. Now you can do whatever you like. If you are looking to use your own colors and your own branding, I would 100% recommend doing that. So that's really what we've done there. So then what you're going to do is escape. Okay. And now we're going to add in some text. So if you are adding in some text, I'm going to go ahead and go like this. Let's see. Oh, where is it? Minimal title. I like minimal or classic for the funnels. Attach it to the box, click on edit text, and we're going to go in here and we're going to turn up the size of the font. Okay, and we're going to change the color to white. Ooh, that's interesting. It looks like I have highlighted it. My bad. No highlight. We don't want to highlight. We want to change the actual title. Okay, so this is where she's telling what you're going to learn from this. So for example, how to reprogram your body to burn more fat in less time. Ooh, right? Doesn't that sound like something you would want to know? So I am talking about the result that my client is going to get. So that's what you want to be focusing on also. Like something that's gonna make them actually want to click and actually want to opt in. So burn more fat. Okay, so that is something that they're going to be like, oh, yes, please. And I will say in less time. So I'm going to go, all right. How to reprogram your body to burn more fat in less time. Okay, Healthier You Masterclass. Cool. So I'm making this up, by the way. I'm not a fitness coach and I do not know how to do this. So I just wanted to make that very, very clear in case anyone had the idea that I could help you with this. I cannot. Okay, so the next thing is I like how she has this as a little bit different of a color. So I would go in here and see if I could grab that color. So this is kind of like a weird Dijon mustard type color. So I will go in and edit the text. Reprogram, and I'm going to go in here again to the text, and again I'm just going to add this color in. Okay, all right. Nope, not all right because it didn't save. So we'll edit the text there. Okay, There we go. Ooh, that looks good also. Let's go ahead and stick with that one. That looks good. So a lot of the times you'll see that you'll want to pick like a darker background, colors that stick out, colors that relate to your brand. So in this case, I think this is a really good fit. You can pick whatever colors you would like to do. Okay, whatever works for you, please go ahead and do that. So here is the top part, right? So we have a strip, we have a box, we share exactly what is they're going to be learning. And then like she has in here, she's explaining this a little better. And then there's a big red button that says, yes, I want to attend. So that is very easy to do in Wix also. You just go in, grab the button. Okay, and you can even grab a button that has some of this like gradient in there. So you see under the button category, it has this. This is really cool because I just like the way it looks. I like kind of the two-tone. It makes it look a little bit more poppin' on there we go. So now if we change the text, yes, I want to attend. All right. Now this is where I would link it to whatever it is. So if they have to opt into a Zoom class, or if they have to opt into a something like that, or if you are hosting the masterclass, you can actually set that up right here inside of Wix. You can host classes in Wix. So you can link this to the class so they can go and register. Okay. So that's another thing that you would be able to do. So if we're doing this sales letter, so this is going to be whatever you want them to take action on. So for example, maybe I want to turn this button like a bright orangey color, or maybe a bright red color, because that red really does stick out and I like that. There you have it. So okay, now the next portion that you see inside of her sales letter is she's got a strip background here, and then you'll also see that she has another button, and then she kind of has this like list of what you're going to be learning. So you want to make sure that you have this selected in there. And so that's what we're going to be going through in the next step, is how to add that in there. So right now in this one, for this portion of creating your sales letter, we just wanted to get that first and the top topic down. So this is where we're going in here, and I would actually, underneath of this design, I would probably change the text just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. I would go with like, yeah, that looks a little bit better, and we'll do 22 and see how that looks. Not necessarily great. Okay. So you can kind of see how this is looking a little bit better already. And then go into the design, and let's change this also and go with 20. Okay. All right. Okay. So now all of these elements, by the way, should be, let's see. All right. So now underneath of here, this is where we're going to say, so as you can see here, she's saying, learn the framework I use to, and then she's talking about the results that she's gotten. Okay. So when you're doing this, this is where you want to like continue to say what you're going to help with and what they're going to learn from taking this masterclass. So for example, come learn the secrets I discovered that helped my client Natalie lose 25 pounds in 4 months by just changing this one thing in her plan. Okay. I cannot see what I just typed because I was typing black, but I think you understand where I'm going with this. Okay. So you're adding in, you're telling them like, what's enticing about this? What are they going to learn? Why should they opt in? That's always the thing. There's so much information on the internet. You have to be very specific and very motivating with why they are going to enter their information. This is building trust. And really, when you're building a brand and you are walking the customer through these first like parts, this first, like, it's almost like an initiation process. It's almost like dating and building that relationship, that you are building trust with them. You're letting them know that you've gotten results for other people before. And so personally, this is how I would do the top box here. Okay, so you can change the color scheme around. If you love the colors, like you love pink and black, I mean, by all means, go ahead and do whatever works for you. You can completely customize this section. So what you're going to need is a box. You're going to need some title text. I do recommend putting a button at the top that does not go anywhere. So as you can see, this button is not going to be clickable. It's just a box. It's got text on it. It's easy. It looks nice. And then this button here is where they're actually going to be doing the registration for the training. So whether that is registering for a class on a separate site, whether you're going to link this to a pop-up, I mean, there's a lot of different things that you can do with Wix. I know, so many people are like, oh, you have to build funnels on ClickFunnels or Duplicate or Deadline Funnel or all these other things. And you absolutely don't. By using and utilizing just a couple of design elements, you can build your own funnels, and it gets to be very simple and very easy. So a title text up here, you want to have a big title thing. And you know what? We can even, if this is helpful, we can even create a checklist of what you need for this. Is this helpful? If this is helpful, we can do this and, have this be available to you in the description section. So you're like, oh, there's my checklist. I need this box. I need a box. I need to put this on here. I need a button, and then I need some text underneath. And it's very, very easy. Once you get the hang of it, you can just like whip right through these sales pages and just get them out there in no time. Okay. So this was step number 1 for designing your sales letter page, was getting the strip background up there and putting the title box up. Now in the next video in this series, we're going to show you how to add in the next section. So that would be how to add in this strip and how to add in those like learning points of what you're going to be teaching people. Okay. So that's what we're going to be covering in the very next video for how to create your sales letter funnel page on Wix. So if you have not yet already, be sure to go ahead, click the subscribe button and the bell so that you get notified when the next video drops. If you have questions, if you are kind of going through this process and you're like, I don't understand how to do this, or you didn't explain this well, just drop your questions down below in the comments. I've mentioned this before, but this is really meant to be an interactive experience, and we will be checking the comments and either answering you back directly, or maybe even, using your comment or question as an idea for a new video topic so that we can help you get results throughout the course of the series. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.